for you. Okay, so you will remember whatever I've taught to you in the previous class, the previous semester for psychometric test, the concept which I've taught you. Okay, while solving the questions, while listening to the video lecture, you will remember that. So please pay attention to the video lectures being played for your classes. It is also equally important the class which I am taking. Okay, so please pay attention to that. I'll just start the video lecture for you. You can listen to it. This will be very useful. Okay, this will you will understand how to understand how to solve the questions on these kind of topics. Okay, so make use of your lectures. We'll start playing it.
Psychometric test practice questions that are specifically designed to improve your scores and to help you pass your test. So if you have a psychometric test coming up anytime soon, make sure you stay tuned because this will make a big difference to your preparation. And I am here to help. Is Richard McMahon. Now, psychometric tests have been around for many, many years, and they are used as a way to assess your suitability for a particular career or job. The best way to pass reasoning, verbal reasoning, spatial reasoning, and mechanical. Let's start walking through the 50 test questions that are going to make a big difference to your performance on the day. So what I'm going to do is put a question up live on the screen. I will walk through it with you and explain how to tackle it quickly, and I'll
Yeah, what is the problem? Your audio is breaking. Yeah, ma, it is because like we have a bad weather condition here. Okay, so the signal is quite weak. Okay, so kindly adjust. I'll try to make sure that I sit in a place where you can hear. It is so try to understand.
I will then get you to try some yourself. Under time conditions. That's an important psychometric tip, is to make sure you practice under time conditions, because on the real test you will be placed under pressure. Question number one, and this is a form of abstract reasoning test. Question number one, which section comes next from A, B, C or D? So we have to decide which section, A, B, C or D, goes there where the question mark is. Now, at the top left, we can see that that triangle is pointing to the top right. And my advice is to work along from left to right across each different row until you establish a pattern. So if we then move across to the right, we can see that that triangle is pointing to bottom left, and then it goes to the top left, and then it goes to the bottom right, the top right, bottom left, and bottom right. So the pattern is top right, bottom left, bottom right, and then it repeats itself. So the next one after the bottom right is the top right in the sequence, and all we have to do is pick one from A, B, C or D to establish our answer, and the correct answer there is C. Now obviously, the way to pass your psychometric test is to carry out lots of practice questions. So now it's your turn to try one, and we will be doing this a lot during these 50 psychometric test practice questions, and by doing so, it will help you to increase your scores significantly. So please put your answer to question 2 in the comment section below the video for marking, because I'm going to come on here each day and mark your answers to help you pass. So question 2, which section comes next, A, B, C or D? Now on the right hand side there is a green timer. Now you don't have many seconds to answer the question. So here we go. Question 2, which section comes next, A, B, C or D? And you have the time it takes that timer to get to the bottom of the screen to put your answer in the comment section below. Here we go. Okay, well done. Now that timer is less time than you will get during the real test. If you find that some of the questions are too difficult, please pause the video and make sure you try and answer it, because that's the important thing, is to answer the question and put it in the comment section below the video. So let's now try one that's slightly harder. Question 3, which section comes next? Is it A, B, C or D? So start off with one of the rows. So I'm going to start with the bottom row because that is complete, and we can see there that there are 2 stars located in the top left-hand corner of each rectangle, and on the right-hand side is one in the top right. Then if we move up to the middle section, we can see there that there are 2 stars located in the bottom left and also one in the bottom right. So therefore, the top row, if there's 2 stars in the top right, there would need to be one located there in the top left. And the only one from A, B, C or D that we can choose for that answer is C. And as you can see, the more practice you do with these, the better you will get. So now it's your turn again to try one. Please put your answer to question 4 in the comment section below the video for marking. Which section comes next in the sequence, A, B, C or D? Here's your timer. And if you are answering these questions within that time limit, you are doing extremely well. But don't forget, if you need to pause the video to stop the timer, please feel free to do so. Now let's try a different type of psychometric test practice question. Question number 5. Which group of shapes can be assembled to make the shape shown? So we have the shape at the top there, which is complete, and we have to decide which group of shapes can be assembled to make that top shape from A, B, C or D. Now straight away I can eliminate a couple of answers because I can see that C is definitely not the correct answer. There's too many shapes, some of them are too big. Same with A, there's not enough shapes there to make that top shape. So I'm then left with just 2, B or D, and I can straight away see the one that is most likely to be the answer, and that is B. So if I visualise in my mind the square, the triangle and the other shape, and then I put them at the top, and I replicate them in my mind, then I get the correct answer, which is B. So now it's your turn to try some of these. Please put your answer to question 6 in the comment section below the video, and I will come on here and mark it for you. So which group of shapes can be assembled to make the shape shown? A, B, C or D? Here's your timer. Fantastic, well done. Try another one, just to make sure that you get these. Please put your answer to question 7 in the comment section below the video for marking. So which group of shapes can be assembled to make the shape shown? This is a little bit harder. Don't forget, if you need to pause the timer, just pause the video. Here we go. Okay, fantastic. So let's now try a different type of psychometric test practice question. So these are fun. These are quite difficult. These come up often during psychometric tests. Question 8. Start at one of the corner letters and move clockwise around the square, finishing in the centre to create a 9-letter word. Okay, so we have to understand. Now, a lot of you will already understand what clockwise is and anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. But basically, clockwise is the same direction that the hands on a clock go. And anti-clockwise or counterclockwise is the reverse direction. So we need to move that way to establish the 9-letter word. So I can straight away see that if I start in the top left, I'm going to choose the A, then I can come up with the word abdominal. Okay, so that's a difficult one. And if I follow that sequence moving around clockwise, finishing up in the center, I get the word abdominal. So now it's your turn to try one. Please put your answer to question 9 in the comments section below the video for marking. So I've given you a little bit of a clue here. Start at one of the corner letters and move clockwise around the square, finishing in the center to create a 9-letter word that describes a large reptile often found in Asia and Australia. Here's a timer. Okay, brilliant. Because they are during psychiatry. Please to 10, 11. I want to call to a 9-letter DS D begins to create a 9-letter word that describes the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. Is your partner? Okay, fantastic. Now let's try a different type of psychometric test practice question. Question 12, this is a numerical reasoning one, and it's really important that you understand how to quickly do percentages in preparation for your psychometric test, because these are used a lot during numerical reasoning test questions. Question 12, what is 20% of 135. Now, you can probably do this in your head, but I will walk it through with you. Step 1, take the 135 and divide it by 100 to get 1.35. And then all we need to do is to move the decimal point 2 places to the left to get 1.35, and then multiply that by 20 to get the answer 27%. Okay. So now it's your turn to try some. Please put your answers to questions 13, 14 and 15 in the comments section below the video for marking. And you can use calculators with these questions if you want to. Question 13, what is 75% of 800? Put your answer in the comments section below. Brilliant. Question number 14. What is 15% of 500? Here's your timer.
Let me tell you about this amazing offer from Udemy. Right now, they're having one of their biggest sales of the year. तो अगर आप
And question 15, what is 90% of 450? Excellent, you are making fantastic progress. So let's now try a different type of psychometric test practice question. Question 16. In the line below, the word outside of the brackets will only go with 3 of the words inside the brackets to make longer words. Which one word will it not go with? So we have to look at the word down, and that word will only go with 3 of the 4 words. Okay, so if we look at B and then C, D and E, can we make a word? Well, we can use the word size, add it onto the end of the word down to make downsize. We can add the word ward to the end of down to make downward. And we can also add the word load to the end of down to make download. But down out is not a word. So the correct answer there is B. Which one word will it not go with? And it is B, because there is no such word as down out. So now it's your turn to try some of these questions. Please put your answers to questions 17, 18 and 19 in the comments section below the video for marking. Question 17. In the line below, the word outside of the brackets will only go with 3 of the words inside the brackets. Which one word will it not go with? Here's a timer. And here's question 18. Again, in the line below, the word outside of the brackets will only go with 3 of the words inside the brackets to make longer words. Which one word will at not go with? And one more, just to make sure you've got these. Question 19. In the line below, the word outside of the brackets, or OR, will only go with 3 of the words inside the brackets to make longer words. Which one word will it not go with? Here's your timer. Okay, so let's now try a different type of psychometric test practice question. Question 20. Which figure comes next in the sequence? Which figure comes next in the sequence? Is it A, B, C or D? Now this is difficult. So the way to tackle this is to look again for patterns and sequences. So I'm going to look at that top left shape, and that has 8 sides. Moving along, that has 7, that has 6, and that has 5. So that tells me the next one needs to have 4 sides, and the only one from answer options A, B, C, or D is A. So the answer there is A because that's got 4 sides and it's the square. So now it's your turn to try some of these psychometric test practice questions. Please put your answer to questions 21 and 22 in the comments section below the video for marking. Question 21. Which figure comes next in the sequence A, B, C, D, or E? Here's a timer. Brilliant stuff. And 22, which figure comes next in the sequence from A, B, C, or D? This is a difficult one. Here you go. Well done. Brilliant stuff. Let's now try a different type of psychometric test practice question to help you prepare. Again, these are really common during psychometric tests. Question 23. Which number comes next in the sequence? So start at the left and then move across and look for sequences and patterns. So I can see that the numbers are increasing by 11 each time because 12 plus 11 is 23, 23 plus 11, 67. So therefore, the correct answer there would be 78. So now it's your turn to try some of these questions. Look for patterns across the number sequences. Please put your answers to questions 24 and 25 in the comments section below. Which number comes next in the sequence? Here's a timer. And try one more for good measure. Question 25, which number is missing from the sequence? So you have to decide which number goes where the question mark is. Here is your timer. Great stuff, brilliant. So let's now try a different type of psychometric test practice question. This is a mechanical comprehension type of test. Question 26. If cog C turns clockwise, which way will cog A turn? So don't forget, clockwise is the way that the hands on a clock would rotate, and anti-clockwise or counterclockwise is the other direction. So we can see that C is turning clockwise, and you would need to do this in your head. You would need to visualize this on the psychometric test screen. So if C goes clockwise, we need to determine which way A will move. Well, C is not directly connected to A, but B is. So if cog C turns clockwise, B will go anti-clockwise and A will go clockwise. So the answer there is clockwise. So now it's your turn to try some of these questions. Please put your answers to questions 27 and 28 in the comments section below the video for marking. Question 27. If cog 4, the one at the bottom, turns anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, which other cogs will also turn anti-clockwise or counterclockwise? Is it A, cog 1 only, B, cogs 1 and 3, C, cog 3 only, or D, cogs 2 and 3? Here's a timer. Brilliant. And question 28. This is a hard one. Let's see if you can get this correct without any prompts. If cog X, the one on the left, the large one, turns 40 times, how many times will cog Y on the right turn? Think about the teeth on the cogs. That's a little bit of a clue. Here's your timer. Put your answer in the comments section below the video. Fantastic, well done. And by the way, I do hope you're enjoying these. Don't forget to give the video a like. I would very much appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's now try a different type of psychometric test practice question. Numerical reasoning, pie charts and graphs come up often during psychometric tests. Question 29. The following pie chart is the percentage of crimes committed in a local area out of 150 total crimes. So what percentage of crimes committed were assault? So there's the key, and we can see that blue is assault, so it's 27 out of 150. Now the way to tackle this is simply do 27 divided by 150. So 27 is the number of assault crimes, 150 is the total number of crimes. We get 0.18, and then what we need to do to get the percentage is multiply 0.18 by 100, and that's 18%. So now it's your turn to try some of these questions. Please put your answers to question 30 and 31.
Into your daily.
We get 0.18, and then what we need to do to get the percentage is multiply 0.18 by 100, and that's 18%. So now it's your turn to try some of these questions. Please put your answers to question 30 and 31 in the comments section below the video. The following pie chart is the percentage of crimes committed in a local area out of 150. What percentage of crimes committed were criminal damage? So look at the key, and you can use a calculator if you want to work this out. Here's your timer. And try one more. Question 31. The following pie chart is the percentage of crimes committed in a local area out of 180. So it's a different number. What percentage of crimes committed were theft from vehicle? Use the key, and don't forget calculators are permitted. Here's a timer. Brilliant stuff. Okay, let's now try a different type of psychometric test practice question. Question 32. If one box of pens costs £2.30, how much will 6 boxes cost if a customer has a 15% money off voucher? Is it A, £13.80, B, £13.08, C, £20.70, D, £2.07, or E, £11.73. So to calculate this, all we need to do is step 1, calculate how much 6 boxes will cost, which is £2.30 for 1 times 6 is £13.80. Step 2, then calculate 15% for the money off voucher of £13.80. So we do £13.80 divided by 100 times 15 equals £2.07. That's the 15% discount. Subtract that to reach our answer, which is £11.73. The correct answer is E. Great stuff. So now it's your turn to try some of these numerical reasoning questions. Please put your answers to questions 33, 34 and 35 in the comments section below the video. You can use a calculator if you want to. Question 33 is 5 boxes of pencils cost a total of £12. If there are 20 pencils in each box, how much does 1 pencil cost? Is it A, B, C, D or E? Here is your timer. Question 34. If 3 boxes of pencils cost £4.56 in total and 5 boxes of pens cost £1.12 each, how much will 2 boxes of pencils and 3 boxes of pens cost in total? Is it A, B, C, D, or E? So this is a little bit harder. You might need to pause the video to give yourself a bit more time. Here is a timer. And this particular question is one that proves that you really do need to read the question carefully. Question 35, if there are 18 grams of fat in 120 grams of chocolate, how many grams of fat are there in 600 grams of chocolate? A, 90, B, 480, C, 102, D, 72, or E, none of these. So if there are 18 grams of fat in 120 grams of chocolate, how many grams of fat are there in 600 grams of chocolate? Here's a timer. Brilliant. Let's now try a different type of psychometric test practice question. Question 36. Fill in the blanks to create a 10-letter word that is the name of the capital of the United States of America. So I know the answer to be Washington. So that's the answer. Now it's your turn to try some of these questions. So please put your answers to questions 37, 38 and 39 in the comments section below. Question 37. Fill in the blanks to create a 10-letter word that is used to describe recognizing the full worth of something. Here's a timer. And question 38, fill in the blanks to create a 10-letter word that is used to describe the image of a person, animal or object represented as a solid shape of a single colour, usually black. Now this is a difficult one because you might know the word, but can you spell it correctly? Here's the timer. Brilliant. 39, fill in the blanks to create a 10-letter word that is used to describe a sudden, radical or complete change. Here's a timer. Put your answer in the comments section below. Thank you. Excellent stuff. Now let's try a different type of psychometric test practice question. Question 40. Which 3 of the 8 letter bits can be combined to create a word referring to something very strange or unusual? So you can see there that there are 8 letter bits. We have to choose 3 of them to create a word that refers to something very strange or unusual. So I know that word to be bizarre. So B-I-Z-A-R-R-E. So this is a difficult one. The correct answer there is bizarre. So now it's your turn to try. Let's see how you get on with the 3 questions. So please put your answers to questions 41, 42 and 43 in the comments section below the video for marking. Which 4 of the 8 letter bits can be combined to create a word referring to something you put a letter in? Here's a timer. So don't forget, you have to choose 4 bits there, 4 out of the 8 letter bits. Question 42, which 4 of the 8 letter bits can be combined to create a word referring to a person who has surpassed all rivals in a sporting contest or competition? Here is a timer. And 43, question 43, which 4 of the 8 letter bits can be combined to create a word referring to something without any imperfections or defects? Here's the timer. And the clue there is the answer is not perfect. Okay, so now let's try a different type of psychometric test practice question. Again, this is an abstract reasoning one. These come up often during psychometric tests. Which of the four figures presented, A, B, C or D, is identical to the first one on the left? So which of the four figures presented, A, B, C or D, is identical to the first one on the left? So my advice is to take one area of that particular figure. So I'll take that top row and try and find it in all of the others, A, B, C or D. So I can see it there on C. And then I'll take the one opposite at the bottom. I can see there at the top. So when that first figure is rotated, it is identical to C, because you can see the other columns are exactly the same. And that's the only one when the first figure is rotated is identical. So the correct answer is C. So now it's your turn. Please put your answer to questions 45, 46 and 47 in the comments section below. Don't forget to rotate the first figure on the left in your mind. Which of the four figures presented, A, B, C or D, is identical to the first? Here's the timer.
Let me tell you about this amazing offer from Udemy. Right now, they're having one of their biggest sales of the year. So there are
Brilliant. 46. Again, which of the four figures presented, A, B, C or D, is identical to the first? Here is your timer. And 47, which of the four figures presented, A, B, C or D, is identical to the first? And I'm sure you can see that by practicing these under time conditions, it really helps you to think and focus your mind quicker, and it will help to improve your scores. So now let's try a different type of psychometric test practice question. 48, this is a mechanical comprehension type question. Question 48, which shelf will break first when a heavy load is placed on the whole shelf? So we're going to place a heavy load there. Which one will break first? A, shelf A, B, shelf B, or C, both the same? And the only place that you can establish which one will break first is to look at the supporting strut underneath the shelf. Well, that one is a lot more shallower than the one on B. So therefore, the correct answer is shelf A will definitely break first when a heavy load is placed on the whole of the shelf. So now it's your turn to try some of these mechanical comprehension test questions. Please put your answers to questions 49 and 50 in the comments section below the video for marking. Question 49, which spanner will it be harder to tighten the bolt with? Is it spanner A, spanner B, or C, both the same? Here's a timer. And question 50, which direction should the wind blow in order for the plane to take off with the shortest runway, A or B? Here's a timer. Okay, and the next thing to do to practice more psychometric test questions right now online for free is click that link in the top right hand corner of the video. It will take you through to my website, howtobecome.com, and you can get 14 days free access to hundreds of online psychometric test questions. They're all under time conditions. You can practice in a safe environment, and you can just keep going on there. You can access these psychometric test practice questions on your phone, on your laptop, or on your computer, and you can access them.
Students, can you answer your attendance? Adi Lakshmi.
Present, ma'am.
Aarti. Abhinav Gautam.
Present, ma'am.
Abhisheka.
Present, ma'am.
Adi Keshav.
Present, ma'am.
Akshaya.
Present, ma'am.
Ankam Ushashri. Anthony Doshik. Ma'am, phone. Raksha Papa. Aravindan.
Present, ma'am.
Archana M.
Present, ma'am.
Archana C.
Present, ma'am.
Archana C. Archana C. Aravind. Aravind. Vamsi Krishna Reddy.
Yes, ma'am.
Any Priya.
Yes, ma'am.
Bolo Geeta.
Yes, ma'am.
Charumati. Varun.
Present, ma'am.
Chandru.
Yes, ma'am.
A. Chandru.
Yes, ma'am.
Dhanush.
Present, ma'am.
You Dhanush. You Dhanush. Divya.
Present, ma'am.
Dinesh.
Present, ma'am.
Godson. Godson. Gokula Krishnan.
Present, ma'am.
Gautam Raj.
Present, ma'am.
Gunasegaran.
Present, ma'am.
Hariharan. N. Hariharan.
Present, ma'am.
S. Hariharan. Harshavardhan.
Present, ma'am.
Indra.
Present, ma'am.
Janvi.
Yes, ma'am.
Jayasuriya.
Present, ma'am.
Jeevan. Jeevan. Jeevita.
Present, ma'am.
Jitendran.
Present, ma'am.
Udayakiran. Udayakiran.
Present, ma'am.
Kanimuri.
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Karan. Okay, ma.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, Karan. Kavita.
Present, ma'am.
Kirtana.
Present, ma'am.
Prabhakaran.
Present, ma'am.
Logeshwaran.
Present, ma'am.
Sorry, Logavarshani.
Present, ma'am.
Madan Raj.
Present, ma'am.
Madhumita.
Present, ma'am.
Maurice.
Present, ma'am.
Mohana Ganapati.
Present, ma'am.
Monica. Teja Babu.
Present, ma'am.
Teja Babu.
Present,
Anthony
ma'am.
Banu.
Present, ma'am.
Nikesh,
Yes, ma'am.
Nitik Roshan,
Yes, ma'am.
Niveta,
Present, ma'am.
Sai Teja,
Present, ma'am.
Amudini,
Present, ma'am.
Annamalai,
Present, ma'am.
absent. Deeksha,
Present, ma'am.
Harish, Jairam. Okay, ma. Okay, thank you guys. You can see the next class.